Hello, unlimited friends. Today we're going to talk about an extremely important subject, and that subject is abundance. Being able to allow money into our lives. Money is important because it has to do with allowing us to live the kind of life we want to live. It is the biggest contributor to freedom, and that is what makes money important. In this video, what I want to accomplish is two things. First, I want to show you how law of attraction works with respect to money, how we can understand vibration with respect to the subject of money so that we can change it and so that we can understand how to change it. And the second thing I'm going to do is to show you a really easy strategy that if you implement it with consistency, you will get the results that you want to get. So let's get into it. Hi, I'm ZMAHOON from ZMAHOON.com. I am the author of 12 books on the subject of law of attraction. One of my books is about the subject of money, and it is called The Prosperity Puzzle. And on this channel, my objective is to bring all of us the answers that I can flow to you to help you to improve your life. So this channel is all about being able to address your questions, and if you have a question, feel free to leave it in the comments and I will do a video specifically to answer your question. All right, let's get into it. So, the vibration of money. Can you imagine if you could allow free-flowing money into your life? What sort of life would you live? Where would you go? Who would you spend your time with? What would you do? The main thing I think about all of this is just the relief that you feel, that responsibility, the weight that we carry on our shoulders because we have responsibilities that are measured in terms of money. That responsibility just fades away when you no longer worry about whether or not there will be enough money for all the things that you need to do, the commitments that you need to keep, right? Well, that's one thing. But even for those of us who are able to keep our commitments on a day-to-day basis, there are hopes and dreams. There are things that we want to accomplish in life. And money is our tool. Money is the enabler to help us be able to accomplish all those things, right? So just think about what sort of life you would live if you had all the money that you needed and more than what you needed. Who would you help? What sort of house would you live? How would you wake up? Where would you wake up? What would you eat? Right? Who would you enjoy your day with? Money gives us the answers to all those things, and that's what makes money so important in our lives. Now, money has been one of the biggest struggles in my life until I started applying law of attraction properly. Not till I found law of attraction, because I'll tell you something, when I found law of attraction, I make tons of mistakes with it to the extent that I could have gone bankrupt. Right? So I did everything wrong, and then I figured it out. I thought about it, and I observed, and I listened, and I was willing, listen to this, I was willing to accept that I was the one making mistakes. And then I went about finding what those mistakes were and changing things around. So that's what I want to do today. I want to share those experiences with you to help you understand how money works. And I can tell you, once you figure out how money works, it becomes easier and easier and easier. Before I show you what I'm going to show you, I want you to understand one thing. Sometimes, for some people, everything clicks in like this, and they wake up with a brand new understanding. And for some people, it's a stepwise progression. Both are okay. You have to be okay with both. Because if you keep wanting the sudden improvement and you keep looking for the sudden improvement, that is going to be the reason why the sudden improvement does not come. Because law of attraction, so this is the funny thing. Law of attraction says you get what you think about. No, whoever told you that, wrong, 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 absolutely wrong. You don't get what you think about, you get what you feel. And that is the key, my dear friends. That is the key. Because if you're not feeling abundance, you cannot get abundance. You might be asking for money, but you're not feeling abundant. Instead, you're feeling the lack of money. And if you're feeling the lack of money, you're going to bring more lack of money into your life. Let me show you. Not only that, but all other subjects of your life will also be affected. So you know me. If you've been following me, you know that I love diagrams. I think diagrams make concepts a lot easier to understand. So here's a concept for you. What this is both money and you are on an emotional scale. This is the emotional scale for money, and this is your emotional scale. If you are at a 5 on your emotional scale, so I like using a scale of 1 to 10. 10 is the highest, best way to feel a feeling of abundance, a feeling of joy, a feeling of confidence, a feeling of everything working out for you. That's a 10. So if I was a 10, I would have all the money that I want and more. The fact that I don't have it means that I am not a 10. So where am I? Am I able to keep my commitments? Or am I failing on keeping my commitments? If I'm failing on keeping my commitments, the bills that I have to pay, my mortgage, things like that, commitments that I've made that I should keep, it feels good to keep. And not keeping them gets me into trouble. If I'm in trouble and I'm not able to keep them, then I'm over here at a 0. I might even be at a negative, right? Somewhere in between over here is uncertainty. Will I have enough or not? Will I have enough? And you know what? Will I have enough changes for different people at different times of their lives. Some people worry because they're asking the question, will I have enough so that I can stop working one day so that I can retire and have an easy life? Some people are over here and they're worried about, okay, I paid these bills this month, but will I have the money that I need to pay them next month? So that's all falls over here at a vibration of lack. In order to have abundance, we need to be above a 5 in this realm over here. Because the thing I want to show you is that money is also on an emotional scale of 0 to 10. If you're feeling like a 0, then you're attracting money at a 0, so nothing's coming. If you're at a 5 about money, only money equal to a 5 can come to you. So the main thing is you gotta be a 10 in order to attract money, because unlimited wealth is at a 10. So now I'm going to show you another concept. So does that make sense? Did you learn something there? I hope you learned something there, because that's my objective for being here. I'm here to share what I've learned. And the most important thing that I've learned is that because law of attraction responds to vibration and not to the thought that you're thinking, it's responding to the vibration you're sending out. Well, then what that means is all I have to do is to be at a 7 or an 8 about money, and then I would be living a really fulfilling, satisfying life. I mean, if I was a 10, that's when you're crazy, silly, rich, where you have so much money that you can throw it around and not worry about it at all. It's as soon as you spend it, it is replaced and multiplied 10 times. That's being a 10, right? So our objective is to get to this place between a 7, 8, 9 and a 10, because that's where true prosperity lies, right? And so If law of attraction only responds to the vibration, then that means as long as my vibration is at a 10 or a 9 or an 8 or a 7, I'm going to attract money at that same level, right? I'm going to attract money at a 7, 8, 9, or 10. That kind of money is going to come to me. Money that equals a 7, an 8, or a 10 is going to come to me. So it's about the vibration that I'm generating. My vibe is what makes it happen. So if that is the case, I can change my vibe and think about something completely different. Let me tell you what I can think about. I can think about my kids. Thinking about my kids puts me at a 10 because I love my children. So all I need to do is to start thinking about my children, and I can easily generate a vibration that is a 7, 8, 9, or 10. Easily. All I need is less than 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes. I can do the same, I can generate the same vibration when I think about trees. When I think about my pets, my puppy and my cat, and other subjects in my life. Good food, amazing good food puts me at a 10, right? Cooking good food puts me at a 10. So it's about generating the vibration. And if I can generate a vibration here, who cares what this subject is that put me on the vibration? Just because I'm a 7 is going to bring me money equal to a 7. It's also going to bring me love from my children and other people at a 7, but it's going to bring me money at a 7 as well. It's going to bring me health as a 7 as well, because everything in my life is going to respond to where I am emotionally. That is why Abraham keeps telling us that our only job is to go up the emotional scale. So now, as the next step, here's one little thing I want to tell you. If you are over here, let's say you're at a 3. If you're a 3, you cannot attract a 10 of money. You can only attract a 3 of money. And then that's why when you have money problems, your relationships go bad and your health goes bad and other things go bad, because everything becomes a 3. Everything falls to that level. And so, dear friends, do you see how this happens? So what do you need to do? The answer is really, really easy. All I need to do. So this is the strategy part. We've covered the understanding part. Now we're looking at the strategy part. What is the strategy that will let me allow huge flow, inflow and outflow of unlimited wealth? Well, I don't have to think about money at all. Because when I actually think about money, I activate all the negative beliefs that I've ever learned about the subject of money in my life. As a child, I lived in a family, I had parents who had problems with money all the time. There was always a shortage of money. So I learned those kinds of beliefs. I learned that money is hard to get, that you've got to budget every penny. I learned that, think before you spend, because don't throw anything away because you might need it later. And later on, I discovered that all those negative beliefs were holding me back. But the beauty of it is that when you stop thinking about money, your money situation improves. Because when you stop thinking about money, you are no longer generating a vibration of 3. You see, the reason you generate a vibration of 3 when you think about the topic of money, that's when you generate a vibration of 3. So you get a 3 in return. And if you stop thinking about the vibration, about money completely, you're not generating that vibration. And you can use another subject that works wonderfully in your life, that makes you feel good, warms your heart every time. Then money will just start flowing. Because why? Because you'll be vibrating at a 3. So if 10 is love, if 10 is the feeling of love, which is what Abraham teaches us, if 10 is the frequency of love, then I have some important words for you. Think about this and then remember these words. I love money. Money loves me. Because it's give and take at the same vibrational frequency level. When you are a 10, money that's equivalent to a 10 will come to you. So it's a fantastic affirmation to have and to offer is I love money and money loves me. Not only just say the words, but feel happy when you say them. Believe the words that yes, I do love money and money does love me. But here's the thing. If you can't say it with belief and excitement and joy, then don't say it at all. Instead, just get off the subject of money onto something else and you will find money will start flowing like nobody's business into your life. All right. So tell me, do you agree that if you want your money circumstances to change, then the thing that has to change is you? Yes. And then tell me, are you willing for that change? Yes. So then listen, you have got to stop doing things the way you were doing them before. You have to give a new way a chance. And what I'm trying to bring you is a new way to think about money. And that is stop thinking about it. So the strategy that will allow you to let money flow into your life easily is to stop thinking about money and start thinking about those things that you love. And then money will start flowing through so many sources in so many surprising ways that you will just be blown away. Okay, so that's it for now. If you enjoyed this and if you learned something from it, could you please comment below, I love money and money loves me? I would really appreciate hearing from you. So in summary, here's what I want to say to you. Money flows into your life based on where you are on the emotional scale, which has nothing to do with the thoughts that you think about money and everything to do with the way you vibrate. Number 2, if you are someone who's been having money trouble, if you are below a 5 on the emotional scale, then the best thing for you to do is to stop thinking about money and start thinking about those things that you feel good about. And the easiest thing of all to do is to stop thinking about your own life, and instead of thinking about your own life, think about nature. Nature is amazing because for most of us, when we think about nature, we're not asking for something in return. If you appreciate a flower and you say, oh my God, look at that beautiful flower, you're not asking for the flower to give you something in return, right? And that is what makes nature, appreciation of nature, such a huge and easy tool, because nature is all around us and we can all find things in nature to appreciate. And when we do that, we go up the emotional scale, we become a 10. So I could draw another line here and call it nature. And if you could be a 10 on that line, then trust me when I say that the universe will open all doors and life will become amazing. Stop looking for money and you will find it. That's all I gotta say to you today. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that before you leave, you're going to click on that like button and the notification bell so that I can invite you back to my next video. Take care, folks. See you next time. Bye for now.